This Chief Meteorologist Zeke out here doing an update on the very first, actually it's not the very first, snowfall for southwest Wisconsin for the 2018-2019 winter season. However, well, the last one was like under an inch, so it didn't actually classify as an actual fucking snowfall. But this time it looks like 1 to 3, maybe 2 to 4 inches. Here we are, the 16th of November, and tomorrow is the opening morning of deer season. So it looks like they're gonna have some tracking snow, you know, for the deer hunters out there. So it's finally started dealing. Now the weather guys have been very far off on this storm system. They've had it way to the north and way to the south by about 200 miles, and then they were an inch or less, and now it's maybe some places get 4 inches. So they've been all over the maps, and what they really need is they need the expertise of meteorologist Zeke to you know, they need a guy like this on their team, you know, and I can just tell you that you can't really forecast weather very fucking good without a fucking bush latte in your hand. You gotta have a premium beer in your hand in order to forecast weather, right? That's why these fuckers have been so far off on their fucking forecast. So anyway, the snow is starting to fall here. What else? Oh, this is going to be nothing like the storm out on the East Coast, the one that they had the last couple of days. They had children that did not even make it home from school. They had people that got stranded on the interstate or expressway, ended up pissing themselves in the cars. It was a situation out there. This is not going to be nearly as much of a situation. However, we can expect that there will be any number of derrels that will slide off the road into the ditch in the morning, because that always happens with the first significant snowfall. So I'm saying 1 to 3 inches, maybe 2 to 4 in a few places. But you can expect that there will be some derrels in the ditch. Now I'm going to be explaining. This is kind of what we call a modified Alberta clipper. It's not really kind of an Alberta clipper, but it kind of is. I'm explaining that. I'll be explaining what an Malachi El Nino is, as opposed to a regular El Nino. That's going to be in my winter forecast coming up. What else? Have a beer with Zeke. But anyway, it's fucking snowing out here. And anyway, what else? There may not be a whole lot else to report on. Oh, one thing I will say. Tomorrow morning, the Iowa polar plungers at Dubuque actually have their polar plunge. Now here in Wisconsin, we do it like all throughout January and February, and then on the last one is in La Crosse, the end of March. Actually, the beginning of March, rather. So we know what fucking cold is, and we know what polar plunge really is all about. Now, in Iowa, it's kind of like play polar plunge. It's not really a polar plunge for the most part. But down at the Dubuque location, I do know that they do not have any hot tubs. They don't have a very adequate heated tent, changing tent, anything like that. I was down there last year. I got invited by the Jones County polar plungers to be part of their deal down there, and I thought it was just to do my spiel, but then they had me actually plunge with them. Well, it was like 38 degrees and it was fucking windy that day, and I gotta admit, it was, you know, it wasn't a hell of a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, it was nothing like getting trapped underneath the fucking divider and the fucking ice dumpster in the Savage race, but it wasn't a hell of a lot of fun. I will admit that, you know. Then they had me dressed up like fucking meteorologist Zeke, so I come out of the fucking drink, you know, all sopping wet, and you know, going to the changing tent and fucking water is flowing up. You know, it's like, and they had these rabbit ears. They were gonna make some rabbit ears for me, and I said at this point, it's like, fuck that. Fuck the rabbit ears. We don't need to go with that. But anyway, we got snow going on out here, and in the morning, I guess we'll see how much snow this actually amounts to. Meteorologist Zeke will be doing his winter forecast here in about 1-2 days. It got delayed a little bit. Some of it had to do with this. The other thing that I had going on was the stomach flu. Have you people ever had that? They call it the rotavirus, I guess they call it. It's where you can shit through a fucking screen. It's not fun. Not only that, you puke your guts out. So it's like the rotation thing on the toilet. It's like sitting there, shit your fucking guts out, spin around, and fucking puke your guts out. It's a lot of fun, and it goes on for like 6 to 8 hours. And I can tell you that you know, I don't even know how you pick up such a thing. I think it probably comes from like stopping at the co-op after work, and you know, some sickly son of a bitch was just there at the counter slobbering all over the fucker, and then you put your hands there and you make your purchase, and then you fucking, you know, get in your car like a fucking idiot and start digging for goobers in your fucking nose, and guess what? You spread it to yourself. So that's probably how it happens. Anyway, Coach Zeke signing off. First snowfall of the season, Southwest Wisconsin, and that's about that. So, Coach Zeke signing off. My winter forecast is coming up pretty damn soon, and we'll explain Malachi El Nino versus regular El Nino. We'll explain why you must have a bushel latte in order to do an accurate fucking forecast. I gotta explain to these weather forecast guys, this like the last 2-3 days they've been all over the place in this storm. I mean, that's what they're missing right there. They need to have one of those. Anyway, a little snow coming down. Not anything too significant yet, but anyway, it's kind of what it is. So, Coach Zeke signing off.